How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the corner. I'm the Demon as always, and today I want to look at acidic concoction because I saw a clip recently from Rueloo where he was trying out acidic concoction and was just not having a good time with it. Now, I don't know precisely what day that clip was taken on or anything like that. And I don't really know how he was building his character, but I went ahead and I wanted to try it out because I want to see how faithful it was, see if he was building for it or what, and see if maybe I could do something with it. Because I also know that it was probably close to like league start or whatever, and so he might not have been able to buy certain uniques like um, four uniques. Right, this is 4 exalt in total, 1 exalt for each. Um, and then this I think I got for like 1 regal. So I went and I bought one because I wanted to see if I could make this actually work and get it to not be absolute trash. And I've come to the conclusion that I don't believe that acidic concoction is working as it is intended. So over here, you can see I have done 3 tests here in the mines against the boss up here because it doesn't have any energy shield, so I was able to very easily get damage numbers and everything. And what you could tell is that for the most part, it seems like, the poison, if you just let it stack up to 3 times or even 1 time and just let it run, that seems fine. And it seems like right here, when you throw the concoction, it seems like the damage is about what you would expect. But what you don't expect is what happens when you break armor on something and then throw the concoction. Um, so this right here, it says enemies lose life equal to 150% of the expected remaining damage of the consumed poison. Now, why that is significant is because over here, as you can see, um, life loss. Life loss is not damage and can't be mitigated or absorbed by energy shield. Life loss can still kill you. So what this says is that there's no way to reduce life loss, right? And so you would think that because this says that it causes them to lose life, that acts exactly the same, right? It causes them to just take the damage and ignores their chaos resistance, armor, all of that, right? Um, the unfortunate aspect or the unfortunate part about this is that that is simply not how this works, or how it works. Because as you can see, if you break their armor, and then through the concoction, you can see there is a damage difference, right? But what's interesting is in the last 2 tests, in test 2 and test 3 that I was running, the 3-stack conch break, so 3 stacks of poison, broken armor, and then I throw my concoction, I actually do less damage than with the 1-stack conch break, which shouldn't be the case. In fact, these numbers right here should be otherwise identical to these numbers, right? But as you can see, they're simply not, right? Like you can maybe chalk this one up to being a crit, and you might look at this and be like, well, these two are relatively similar. But then you come down here and you have like a 600 damage difference. And again, right up here, you have like a 500 damage difference in how much damage you do. So clearly the armor is actually doing something, because if the armor wasn't doing anything, you wouldn't see these massive differences in numbers. You would see them be relatively similar. Um, and so I think that Rui's not wrong here. I'm in agreement with Rueloo that Conk is just absolute garbage, especially if you are attempting to have multiple stacks of poisons, because as you can see here, it is simply better to let the 3 stacks of poisons tick and just not even worry about it. Um, and in fact, it might even still be better to have the armor break, because that way at least the hit from from like the poison burst arrow. At least this actually does extra damage, right? Um, but I mean, it says it does not hit, but it poisons as though hitting them. But I'm pretty sure it still does some damage on the initial hit. So yeah, and I think maybe a better way to do this is to just simply, well, one, don't take conch. Conch is absolute garbage. Um, but additionally, they need to rework acidic conch. I think personally, they need to change it back to poison conch because poison conch was at least somewhat usable. That is not it. Thank you, Vectra Life, for being absolute dog shit and not updating your thing. So poisonous conch, basically did the same thing, except this one actually applied poison and dealt chaos damage instead of physical damage. It also gave you 100% more magnitude of poison inflicted. And then with quality, it deals its damage faster, but it doesn't decrease the duration, thereby increasing its overall amount of damage. Um, they need to just revert it back to this, or make it actually life loss, like it says here. Enemies lose life, because it's definitely not working that way. GGG, if you watch this, please fix acidic concoction. This is an ascendancy skill. This should actually do damage and be good. So yeah.